Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. We are leaving Rockport, Texas, and we are heading to Bayside, Texas. 7:56 a.m. It's lovely out. I don't know what the temperature is, but probably right around 70, somewhere in there. Got up early and got the sunrise. Enjoyed that. Recorded it at Rockport Beach. And I don't know why I haven't recorded more sunrises from there. I guess that's my afternoon spot. So it's pretty neat when you can record a sunrise and then turn directly around and get a sunset later in the day. I went to bed early last night. I got in the back around 5:30. I wasn't feeling bad. I was just out of gas, you know? And I don't think, in retrospect, I had drank enough water. And I did consume some water. Good morning, cows. 2 cows. They didn't wave. And I had my leftovers that I cooked yesterday for lunch. For dinner. Maybe I need some more water. Had saltine crackers with my avocado leftover slices, my leftover sausage, and I had some spicy mustard. And I snacked on that while I watched.
In 2 miles, keep right onto State Highway 188.
Okay, thank you. I have navigation on. I know how to get to Bayside, but I don't know how to get directly to my buddy's house. Oh, I'm picking up my buddy Greg in Bayside. He's going to give us a little tour. He's lived there for a long time. So hopefully you guys will get a chance to hear Greg. I don't know if he wants to be on camera. But I watched an episode of Yellowstone, and I know something bad is going to happen because nothing really bad happened this episode, and everyone was in love and things were going smooth. So that's usually a little foreshadowing in any movie or TV show that something is going bad. I think there were 4 different happy couples in the show. There was a clip in last night's episode, like a 7-minute section, that I had probably watched online 4 or 5 times over the years. So it was neat to see that and how it tied in with the show and what was going on. And then I watched half of a movie called Raw. I had read people complaining about how squeamish they were watching it. I don't watch this movie, guys, Raw. I'm halfway in, and I'm like, ooh, I see what everyone's talking about. So I can't imagine what the ending is going to be like. But it's called Raw, and it's on Netflix, and it's...
Keep right onto State Highway 188.
Thank you. I kind of like having her on. I don't have to tell you what roads I'm on, and half the time I don't know what roads I'm on anyway. Okay. Ingleside or Sinton? Let's go to Sinton, which is kind of on the way to Bayside. I have a full tank of gas, a little bit less than a full tank of gas. Thanks to you guys. Thank you very much. It was clear by the...
In 7.1 miles,
Yeah.
turn right onto FM 136.
Is that far? Wow. Yeah, I was surprised. From Rockport Beach to Greg's house, it said 28 minutes. And I was thinking more like 15. So I'm not a good judge of distance and time, and we're heading east and a little bit north, so not even northeast, we're heading east north. 188. We've been down all these little side roads. It's odd to me when I'm thinking, like, have I been down this road? And to tell you the truth, I've done Bayside videos, I don't know, 5 or 6 before, but I think Greg might have some information. You know, you get with a local, someone that's lived there for a very long time, and they always have stories and different perspectives. So we'll see. Greg might not even want to be on video. He might just want to go stare at the water. We're old. We can stare at the water. I think this is this Port Bay right here? On the left, off Copano Bay. I think there's a sign. They should have an app called Tour Guide. Oh, here's some money for you. An app called Tour Guide. Yeah, it says Port Bay. Tour Guide, so when you're driving somewhere, it not only gives you instructions, but it gives you local history and facts. Ooh, wouldn't that be wonderful? I would love that. Somebody do that. Make some money. I notice on a lot of the historical markers, most of them, they're about the rich families in the area, not about things that may have happened, or, you know, if you were the first homesteader, it's always like the first rich guy to come along. And maybe that's because their family, sorry, hit the camera, their family knew people and knew how to get those types of things done. I've read some really interesting historical markers, mostly in Texas, but Arkansas as well. I really need to make an effort the next time I go through Wyoming to see a few things other than to just, not Wyoming, I'm sorry, Oklahoma. Wyoming's gorgeous. Shout out to my friend Haley, who has a job at Yellowstone National Park. She's working in the restaurant there, the rich people restaurant. She is a hostess. Don't forget to tip your hostess, especially if it's Haley. We've done all these roads on the right. The road back there is where we helped get those horses rescued a few years. Is that years ago now? Yeah. There's tailing ponds on our left and right. This road's pretty straight too when you look at it on a map. And if you go straight, it will take you up to Sinton. At the intersection up here, if you make a left, it'll take you towards Gregory, Portland, Texas. Straight, it'll take you up to Sinton. This is the road I took going up to Seguin and Beeville. I'm really enjoying this cooler weather, guys. It was actually a bit warm when I went to bed last night, when I first got in the back. And that could just be I got in the back earlier than I usually do and not quite drinking enough water. I like that God gave us a gauge to tell us if we were drinking enough water or not. and that's just looking at our own urine. And unfortunately, when I'm not looking at the water, I'm looking at my water. What do they have out here today? They got longhorn cattle. This is the ranch over here where they would have different, I don't know, I'm drawing a blank, gazelles and camels and llama. And then usually down here, they have the longhorn. But maybe they moved them
at the next stop sign,
up to
turn
the
right.
next pasture. Cars behind me are catching up. Okay, I can see cattle coming up here. Yeah, they're longhorns. Longhorn cattle. None by the fence today. Oh, there's some sheep there too. Oh, that's neat. I don't remember seeing sheep there before. They were way in the back. They could have been goats. I don't know. They look like sheep to me. I asked the sheep if he was having a good day, and he said,
at the stop sign, turn right onto FM 136.
And he said, not bad. That's all I got today. Screaming goats in the glove compartment. It's early, guys. I'm not mentally prepared for this. Sunrise. Oh, look at that. They opened up a little store. Ooh. Huh. That's the first time I've seen this store up here. Let's go look at it. Let's go look at it. God forbid we should. Well, you know what? Let's stop on the way back since we're waiting for Greg. That's neat. I like that there's a little store there now. Because there's one little store in Bayside. And people have to go all the way to Rockport to get to Walmart or the H-E-B grocery store. There's no restaurants left over here. We'll talk about that with Greg. Guys, I want to end this before the navigation says Greg's address. We are getting close to Bayside. You know what? We got one more little water stretch to go through. Let's hang in there and do that. Because it might be pretty. Got a pretty sunrise this morning. I'm all excited that there's a convenience store there. I can't tell you the last time I went into a convenience store. Because I find them a bit expensive and not too convenient. But for all the traffic they get at that intersection, I think that's a good spot. I just hope the little store they have in Bayside still does well, because that store stayed open through the hurricane and everything else. Only a couple businesses left in Bayside, and we can talk to Greg about that. He'll be better at telling us what used to be there. Let's cross this little part of the bay here, and that's a pretty sky. Bayside would have been a cool spot to see the sun come up, because it was a pretty one today. You got one headlight and two blinkers. Oh, your headlight's on, it's just really weak. I can relate.
In 2 miles, turn right onto 3rd Street.
Okay. Well, guys, I hope you're having a good day. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks to all of you who are watching the videos and running my playlists. Thanks for riding along today. Here we go. Thanks for watching.